Ready, Dave? Sure. 2 days. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the public meeting of the Mayor and Council. I'd ask everyone to please rise. For a moment of silent prayer and a reflection as we think about the tragedy that happened this morning in Nashville, Tennessee. Please salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please note the fire exits behind you into the parking lot, and to your right, my left, into the main hallway. The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and attend any meetings of public bodies in which any business affecting their interest is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with this act, the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Milford have caused notice of this meeting to be published by having the date, time, and place thereof posted in the Borough Hall, and notices have been sent to the Record and the Radio News. The mission of this governing body is to provide essential services through the establishment and implementation of public policy that will safeguard infrastructure, provide fair, honest, courteous, and professional services, establish a sense of trust and accomplishment between all residents, and through research and prudent planning, seek to minimize risk while improving our services. We are sensitive to the needs and satisfaction of our taxpayers, while realizing that this governing body cannot be all things to all people, within the revenue constraints imposed by state mandates, economic conditions, and prevailing attitudes about taxation. At this time, I would ask the clerk to please call the roll.
Councilwoman Sanderson. Present. Councilwoman Saraki-Hurley. Council President Duffy.
Here.
Councilman Grodsky. Councilman Seymour.
Here.
Councilwoman Grant. Here. Mayor Petrino.
Here. Okay, first thing on our agenda tonight is a couple of appointments. Right now, I'm going to ask for a motion to appoint Johanna Heater to the Milford Municipal Alliance. Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Congratulations. Okay. And at this time, I would ask for a motion to appoint Allegra Mrnevik and Jen Remke to the Green Team. Motion. Second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, congratulations. Under unfinished business, can I get a motion for the approval of the minutes from the March 13th, 2023 work and closed session meetings? So moved. Second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? We have a few ordinance adoptions on the agenda for tonight, and when the clerk has the opportunity, I would ask her to please read ordinance 2023:13.
Capital ordinance to appropriate the sum of $172,038 for the installation of lighting at the Prospect Park basketball courts in, by, and for the Borough of New Milford in the County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, and providing that such sum so appropriated shall be raised from a county grant and from the Open Space Trust Fund of the borough.
Okay, this ordinance is going to add lighting to Prospect Park, our basketball courts on the north end of town. The grant we are receiving is for $87,038, and our Open Space Trust Fund will pay the balance, which is $85,000. May I get a motion to open to the public for a public hearing on this ordinance? Motion. Second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ladies and gentlemen of the public, if anyone has any questions about this ordinance, we'd ask you to please come up at this time. Being that there's no one from the public who wishes to speak on this ordinance, I'd ask for a motion to close to the public. Motion. Second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? May I get a motion to adopt this ordinance on its final reading? Motion. Second. May I get a roll call, please?
Councilwoman Sanderson.
Yes.
Council President Duffy. Yes. Councilman Seymour.
Yes.
Councilwoman Grant.
Yes. Okay. Next one on the agenda tonight is 2023:14. And when the clerk has the opportunity, I would ask you to please read the ordinance.
Bond ordinance to authorize the making of various public improvements and the acquisition of new, additional, or replacement equipment and machinery, new information technology equipment, and new communication and signal systems equipment in, by, and for the Borough of New Milford in the County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, to appropriate the sum of $236,000 to pay the cost thereof, to make a down payment, to authorize the issuance of bonds to finance such appropriation, and to provide for the issuance of bond anticipation notes in anticipation of the issuance of such bonds.
Okay, this is our 2023 all-purpose capital expenditures. In it includes our road paving program for the year, fixing the roof on the Jackson Ave sewer pump, a shed for the building at Company 2, and a new server for the Borough Hall. Making a motion to open to the public for a public hearing on this ordinance.
Motion to open to the public?
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ladies and gentlemen of the public, if anyone has any questions about our capital ordinance, now would be the opportunity. Seeing that there is no one from the public who wishes to talk about this ordinance, I would ask for a motion to close to the public. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Making a motion to adopt this ordinance on its final reading.
So moved. Second.
Make it a roll call, please.
Councilman San Houston.
Yes.
Council President Duffy.
Yes.
Councilman Seymour.
Yes.
Councilwoman Grant.
Yes.
Okay. The next one tonight is ordinance 2023:15, and when the clerk has the opportunity, I would ask for you to read the ordinance.
An ordinance authorizing the lease of a portion of Lot 7 in Block 1304 as shown on the tax map of the Borough of New Milford pursuant to NJSA 40A:12-14.
This is leasing the building that formerly belonged to the New Milford Volunteer Ambulance Corps to Holy Medical Center, who is now our EMS providers. Making a motion to open to the public for a public hearing on this ordinance.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ladies and gentlemen of the public, if anyone has any questions about this ordinance, now is your opportunity. Seeing that there is no one from the public that has any comment on this ordinance, I'd ask for a motion to close to the public.
Motion to close? Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I get a motion to adopt this ordinance on its final reading?
So moved.
Second.
May I get a roll call, please?
Councilwoman San Houston.
Yes.
Council President Duffy.
Yes.
Councilman Seymour.
Yes.
Councilwoman Grant.
Yes.
Okay, the final adoption tonight is ordinance 2023:16. And the clerk has the opportunity, I'd ask you to please read the ordinance, and so short, so let's do it.
Yes. An ordinance to amend Chapter 2 of the revised general ordinances of the Borough of New Milford entitled Administration to revise Section 2-20 entitled Fire Department.
So this ordinance will make our ordinance consistent with the New Jersey State Firemen's Association related to qualifications for membership. May I get a motion to open to the public for a public hearing on this ordinance?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ladies and gentlemen from the public, if anyone has any questions about this ordinance, now is your opportunity. Seeing that there's no member of the public who wishes to make a comment, I would ask for a motion to close to the public.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
May I get a motion to adopt this ordinance on its final reading?
Motion to adopt. Second.
Make it a roll call, please.
Councilwoman San Houston.
Yes.
Council President Duffy.
Yes.
Councilman Seymour.
Yes.
Councilwoman Grant.
Yes.
Okay, under new business, we have two ordinance introductions. The first one is 2023:17, and the clerk has the opportunity to ask her to please read the ordinance.
An ordinance to amend Chapter 7 of the revised general ordinances of the Borough of New Milford entitled Traffic, thereby amending subsection 7-3.3 entitled Parking Prohibited at All Times on Certain Streets, subsection 7-3.5 entitled Exceptions to Overnight Parking Regulations, subsection 7-3.6 entitled Parking Prohibited Certain Hours for Street Cleaning and Snow Removal, and subsection 7-6.2 entitled Stop Intersections.
Okay, this came as a recommendation from our police department, as they are always looking to improve our vehicular and pedestrian safety in town. This amends sections of our traffic ordinance to restrict parking at certain times on certain streets and to add stop signs to 3 different intersections in town. Marguerite Street will be no parking from the easterly curb line of the boulevard to a point of 93 feet. And then Bolger Avenue from a point of 519 feet east of the boulevard, east curb line to a point of 775 feet. Also on Bolger from the eastern curb line of Congress Street to a point of 115 feet east. And from a point of 160 feet east of the boulevard's east curb line to a point of 277 feet. Stop signs will be added to Union and Bolger, Congress and Bolger, and Congress Street at the northwest corner at the intersection of East Woodland Road. Can I get a motion to introduce this ordinance on its first reading?
Motion to introduce?
Second.
May I get a roll call, please?
Councilman Sam Houston.
Yes.
Council President Duffy.
Yes.
Councilman Seymour.
Yes.
Councilwoman Grant.
Yes.
The public hearing for this ordinance will be at our April 10th meeting. Which is in this room, right?
I'm going to mention that one. Okay, yeah.
Final ordinance on our agenda tonight is 2023:18. And the clerk has the opportunity to ask you to please read the ordinance.
An ordinance authorizing an emergency appropriation, NJS 40A:4-53.
This is to appropriate $55,000 for the preparation of the borough's tax maps, which we're going to need for our upcoming reevaluation. May I get a motion to introduce this ordinance on its first reading?
So moved.
Second.
May I get a roll call, please?
Councilwoman Sam Houston.
Yes.
Council President Duffy.
Yes.
Councilman Seymour.
Yes.
Councilwoman Grant.
Yes.
The public hearing for this ordinance will also be at our April 10th meeting. Okay. So item number 1 under new business is schedule updates, and we'll cover. On Thursday, March 30th, the Milford Education Foundation is hosting their 2023 gala, sponsored by the Milford Education Foundation. The time is 7 p.m. It's at Old Bellagio in Carlstadt. There's no rain date, and more information is on the Milford Education Foundation's website and or Facebook pages. On Saturday, April 1st, is the borough's annual Easter egg hunt. It's for children up to 5th grade. It's sponsored by the Milford Recreation. It starts at 10 a.m. and it is on Knights Field, which is the new field which is between the high school and the ShopRite. There is no rain date, and for more information, you can go to the Recreation website. At the same time, there is the New Milford High School Athletic Boosters Pancake Breakfast. That will take place from 8 to 12 at the New Milford High School cafeteria. There is no rain date, and you can find out more information on the school district's website. So you can hit pancakes, do Easter egg hunt, and go back for seconds for pancakes. On Monday, May 29th, will be New Milford's annual Memorial Day Parade. It is sponsored by the New Milford Public Events Committee. It's the lineup time will be at 9 a.m. You line up on the corner of River Road in Chiquino, and there is no rain date. There will be more information about that as we get a little bit closer. Is there any questions on anything I mentioned, or are there any other upcoming events that I failed to mention?
Do we know the date yet for officially for National Night Out?
August 1st.
What is it?
August 1st Tuesday.
First Tuesday.
First Tuesday?
August 1st.
August 1st, there you go. National Night Out will be August 1st.
You're all welcome to come to my birthday party. August 1st, Tuesday, August 1st.
Yes, National Night Out, Tuesday, August 1st. Item number 2 is the Budget Committee report. And since Councilman Grotzky is not here, it's the administrator.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. The draft of the 2023 municipal budget was circulated to the Mayor Council late last week for their review. Today, I'm just looking to see if there's any questions that anybody has or any comments. And I just wanted to let everybody know that the introduction of the budget is going to take place at our next meeting on April 10th. It's a work session, which we normally have in the other room, but because we're introducing the budget, we're going to be meeting in here that night. So, is there any questions that anybody had on the draft that was circulated?
No questions, it's just, once again, reiterate to the Budget Committee, thank you for all the hours you've been putting in. To help this work.
It's a monumental task.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Item number 3 is the administrator's report.
Thank you, Mayor. I have the engineering update. The NJDOT culvert DEP FHA application is still under review by the DEP. They have a 90-day review period and then are entitled to an extension of 30 days. The 90-day review is scheduled to end in June. If they request the extension, which they normally do and they normally get, it's 30 days beyond that, so it would be July. NJDOT Boulevard and Graphic Traffic Signal, the project is out to bid and the return date is April 13th. Dollar Drive CDBG Road Project, there's a resolution on tonight's agenda to award the project to the low bidder. NJDOT Municipal Aid Cedar Road, the engineer is addressing the DOT comments with the expectation to be out to bid sometime in April. Prospect Park basketball court lighting through the Bergen County Open Space. The design is just getting underway with an anticipated bid date in June. The tax map update is underway with submission to the state expected in June. As the mayor mentioned, this is the first step toward our reval, which we are obligated to go through from the County of Bergen. Grant applications for Whitehall Road drainage and resurfacing, which is a CDBG project, Prospect Park playground improvements, and the Main Street Streetscape project, which is a DOT project, have been submitted, and we are still awaiting the outcome of the applications. The only other items on my report is that the Borough Hall will be closed on Friday, April 7th, in observance of Good Friday, and our next meeting is scheduled for Monday, April 10th, which will take place in council chambers here. That's it for me. Thank you.
You're welcome. Is there any questions for the administrator?
I have a question. Could you just refresh my memory on the Main Street project?
It's to refresh the streetscape that we did 15 years ago at this point.
Just
Yes.
as an update.
Yes, we're going to do paving, we're going to do the crosswalks,
Okay.
and also eliminating the bump outs was part of that project.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Has everyone had a chance to look at the resolutions? Are there any that need to be pulled for further discussion and or vote? Okay, we move on to council committee reports. May I get a motion to file committee reports with the borough clerk to be spread in full on the minutes?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, since we have an audience, I'm going to ask if we have any highlights. Anyone wants to mention one or two things about their committees? We'll start with Council President Beck.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen and children. I did attend the lighting of the Crescent Moon last week, and it was outstanding to meet neighbors and friends on an important night to some in our town, so that was fantastic. I also attended a site meeting with Councilwoman Sanhusen and some of the Environmental Commission at Pine Ave with a native plant expert that will help them make plans for a native plant garden. Also, the Milford Volunteer Fire Department is inviting all of you to see what serving your community is all about. They're inviting you to stop in at Company 1 at 249 Center Street any Tuesday night at 7:30, or Company 2, 680 Trenton Street, Thursday nights at 7:30. So please stop in and see what it's all about. They're looking for some new members, and we've got a lot to show you, so come on down. That's my report.
Thank you.
Sure.
Councilwoman Graham.
Thank you, Mayor. I attended a community development reorg meeting last week, and I'm delighted to say that our mayor was elected vice chair. I also second what Council President Duffy said about the crescent lighting. It was actually quite thrilling to see so many people so happy. It was a wonderful occasion. I'm looking forward to doing it again next year. On March 28th at 4 o'clock, 2 Milford residents will be discussing their book on Bergen County history. The authors are Bob Nessoff and Howard Cohn. I don't recall the title of the book, but it should be interesting and to follow. It includes history of New Milford, but it is broader based than the current book that we use for New Milford history, which was written by Leon Smith back in the 60s. The library had a get-together on Friday for the library board of trustees, the library staff, and the friends of the library. It's the first time all 3 groups have gotten together, and we all depend upon each other to make the library the successful place and organization that it is. And it was, not everybody has met everybody before. So it was and we also acknowledged and celebrated the 20 years of service given to the library by Marian Maharaj. She's absolutely outstanding. And it was a surprise to her, and she was very shy about it, but pleased, I think. And I would like to wish everybody a happy Passover and a happy Easter.
Thank you. Councilman Seaman.
Mayor, thank you. I would also like to echo how wonderful it was to attend our borough's first crescent moon lighting, and would likewise wish those in attendance and watching a happy Passover and happy Easter. Mayor, our flood advisory committee, mitigation committee, that continues to work hard, both to research measures that have been taken in other municipalities to hopefully mitigate flooding, but also to compile a report with recommendations to this body and this governing council. I would also mention, Mayor, even though of course it's not borough-related, that our second domestic violence symposium spring iteration will be tomorrow night at 6 p.m. around Milford College in the Trustees Pavilion. The event is live, free and open to the public. It will not be live streamed because of the subject matter that will be discussed is sensitive in nature, and our symposium panel will be addressing sexual assault, stalking, and many other sensitive topics. And we're thrilled this spring to be joined by the prosecutor's office SVU unit for the first time. And we're already looking ahead to October, where we're going to be tackling teen dating violence at the North Shore. So I thank this governing body for its continued support.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Councilwoman Sanders.
Thank you, Mayor. So the green team, I could have the opportunity with, and Hugo was the treasurer for the green team, to present at the New Milford Women's Club on Wednesday, March 15th. They were very eager to hear about all the green initiatives that the borough is already doing, and to learn about the energy tracking and how Sustainable Jersey and how the green team works to support the borough. It was a very nice conversation, and I'm very happy to have 2 members who are here with us today.
Thank you. So, when we did the crescent moon lighting, our Congressman Josh Stockheimer could not make it, but he did send us a certificate of recognition that I will read into the record. U.S. House of Representatives Congressional Certificate of Recognition presented to the Borough of New Milford on the occasion of the Ramadan lighting ceremony. I am honored to recognize this important milestone in the 5th District. Your commitment to New Milford is exemplary. Dated March 22nd and signed by Josh. So we received this, which was very nice. I would like to put this in the case in the foyer for all to see. And last week I attended a special event at our ShopRite. Apparently our ShopRite was amongst the highest of all of their stores for community engagement and fundraising during the last September's Bed for Hunger program. And they actually presented a check for $500 to our food pantry in town. So it was a wonderful event. I need to thank all the residents who went to that store and actually took part in it. And I know we had fun bagging that day for Bed for Hunger. So they're going to do it again next year, and hopefully it'll be just as successful. So that was great. Before we go into public comment, I just want to mention that we do have 2 items enclosed tonight. So when we close from public comment, we're going to vote on our resolutions, and then we will adjourn into our closed session next door. When we come out of our closed session, no action will be taken, and we'll immediately adjourn our meeting. So at this time, I would ask for a motion for comments from the public.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ladies and gentlemen of the public, if anyone has any questions or comments related to the Borough of New Milford, we ask you to just come up to the podium, give us your name, and we'll give you 5 minutes. Everyone waits for someone to go first.
Here I go.
You too?
Hi. My name is Liza Lenarovic. I live at 682 Princeton Street, right around the corner from your folks. I'm excited. I'm just excited. Thank you for allowing me to join. I'm third generation New Milford. They're fourth generation. Both grandparents were here. I'm in my one grandparent's house, the other up on Windsor. My grandma always was happy and proud of our borough, and so was my mom, and so am I, and so is my sister, and it's awesome that I have a chance to give back, especially, I didn't even know we had a meeting. I didn't know. I'm not saying maybe but I got to sit in after being invited there, and I didn't know that we have the ability to work on energy. I didn't know that was within our reach. I thought it was the state tells us what we do, and we can have that, but we can make it better for them.
You can spread the word.
Yeah, it's great, and having them until you get a lot more smiles than walk around stuff. But thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And what's your second? You have got just as much energy as that. Going once, going twice. Okay. Seeing that there's no other members of the public that would like to comment, I would ask for a motion to close to the public.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I get a motion to approve resolutions 2023:98 to 2023:103?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be going into close. I just want to say thank you very much for attending. It's great to see you. We hope we see you again. And happy Easter, happy Passover to all who celebrate. Thank you very much. May we get a motion to adjourn into closed session?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Good night.
Aye.